So Alex, as you can see, I have plenty of light on my face this evening, just because I have a light kit checked out for my interviews tomorrow, so I figured I may as well try setting it up, although I'm in very confined space, so you can kind of see I have lots of shadows over on the side of my face and lots of shadows here, which normally if I was really setting up lights I wouldn't have, but you know, I have a lot of other things to do. So Alex is aware of this, but anybody watching from home may not be aware of this. I basically have a museum to archaic technology back at my parents' house because I haven't moved it all the way out to Oregon yet, much to their dismay. But the point is that time keeps marching on, and as technology keeps progressing, I feel like we keep losing a bit of our history, which is why I love to preserve technology. The issue is that modern technology doesn't lend itself to preservation as well as older technology. Just the other week I heard that Nintendo was phasing out its Wi-Fi connection for the original DS and for the original Wii. And this comes as a great dismay to me because I was hoping to bring back Pokemon Diamond and play it with my brother across the United States. Now I know what you're saying, hey, why don't you just go out and buy a new Pokemon game that you haven't played yet, and then you can play that with your brother. And the fact is, that would be the simplest solution. Now, of course, I probably should have been playing it for the years that I've had it leading up to this point, and I shouldn't be complaining now that they're turning it off just because I didn't get a chance to do it in the last 8 years. But the point is that there is functionality in that game that I will no longer be able to enjoy. Now, if I want to go back and I want to play it again, I won't be able to do all the functions that were programmed into the game. I won't be able to play the game the way it was designed to be played. Now this is in contrast to older systems, like the NES or the Super Nintendo. Those didn't really have online features. Once you purchase the game, you own that game. Every feature that was ever meant to be in that game is there, and I can go back tomorrow or I can go back 5 years from now and I can play that game exactly the same. So my dilemma is, how much money do I really want to invest in these games when I know that eventually I'm not going to be able to enjoy them at all? How long is it going to be before the original Wii is completely disconnected from WiiWare? I mean, it really disappoints me because I'm a huge fan of going back and playing old games just because I miss the simplicity, I miss the challenge of the original games. So like when I was studying for my undergrad, one of my fondest memories was playing Gunstar Heroes with one of my roommates. Now this is a game that was antiquated before I even got to high school, yet it was just as fun as the first day that I bought it, which was actually when I was probably in college, so I guess that's not exactly the best way to describe this whole situation. But now, if I purchase Super Smash Bros. For the Wii, or if I play Mario Kart for the Wii, I can no longer play the online competitiveness. I mean, the people who are purchasing a lot of these games are people who grew up with video games, who may have moved away like I have from my family members, and this is the only way that I actually get to interact with them the way that I used to when we all lived under the same roof. This is the only way I get that connection again. My brothers and I played Nintendo together, and that's important to me. It was a bonding experience. It was a growing experience. It's how we learned to read a lot of things. I still have miscellaneous vocabulary words that I learned from video games that I use on a regular basis in real life, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, it kind of defines our generation. The fact is that I want to be able to share the things that I enjoyed growing up with my children when they're growing up. I want to show them the original Mega Man on the regular Nintendo. Those are things that I enjoyed, that defined me as a person, and that I want to share with the next generation. And I just fear that these more modern systems don't lend themselves to that. I mean, our kids aren't going to be able to play the most influential games of our lives just because the functionality is no longer there. We have lost a part of our history that we will never get back. And I know it's not the same as a book or as a work of art, but a video game is kind of a work of art. It is a story, and without being able to experience it, we lose something of ourselves. We should be able to enjoy the technology that we were raised on until the earth burns, until there's nothing left. And with that, Alex, I will see you on Friday.